Knitting for me is not just a hobby, it is the magic of creation. When simple yarn makes beauty. I can't imagine my evenings without the warm light of a lamp and the rustle of needles. With love and inspiration I knit bags and backpacks, each of them is unique, filled with the warmth of my hands and a piece of my soul. I like to experiment with colors and textures. I like to embroider complex patterns on the bags, to create whole pictures on them, like an artist painting on canvas. It allows me to express my feelings and thoughts through the art of knitting. Creating miniature knitted toys has become a special passion for me. They don't just decorate bags and backpacks, they bring soul to them, enlivening each product. Each little toy is a separate world that I create with incredible care and attention. Appliques are my way of making accessories truly personal and unique. I love to turn an ordinary item into a work of art by adding exquisite details and embroidery. While working on appliques, I feel time slowing down and complete harmony and calmness reigning in my mind. Each bag or backpack created by my hands is not only a convenient and practical accessory, but also a carrier of history, because I put a part of my eye into each one. Knitting for me is an art, a way of self-expression and a source of endless inspiration. It is a world where every knot and every loop is filled with meaning and beauty. It is an activity that calms me down and at the same time inspires me to strive for new heights of creativity. Knitting is a quiet haven where every stitch, every loop are words in a poem tenderly composed by my hands. With every stroke of the needle I sink into a meditative state where there is no place for the hustle and bustle of everyday life. I knit bags and backpacks, and each of them is a small story told in the language of creativity. I lovingly choose yarns that inspire me with new patterns and color combinations, because in the world of knitting there are no two identical works, each is as unique as a fingerprint. My passion for embroidery on knitted fabrics turns them not just into accessories, but into real canvases for expressing myself. Perhaps it's a flowering garden pattern or the ornate ornamentation of vintage patterns, each stitch embodies my inner world. And when I add to it miniature toys knitted with special care and precision, my bags become not just keepers of things, but keepers of warmth and stories. Application for me is something more than a decoration. It is an opportunity to make each object unique, to breathe soul and character into it. The inexhaustible variety of shapes, textures and shades allows me to create real works of art. But knitting for me is not only about traditional methods. Modern technologies such as artificial intelligence open new horizons for my creativity. With I can experiment with designs, calculating complex patterns and finding the perfect combinations of colors and textures. Artificial intelligence can help me visualize future designs, suggesting unique ornament options that I can bring to life. Using AI-assisted programs, I can create complex knitting patterns and even adapt images for embroidery on bags, turning them into exclusive decorative elements. AI becomes my collaborator who helps me in realizing the most daring ideas, opening before me a boundless world of creative possibilities. Thus, knitting for me is a combination of traditional craft and modern technologies, where each work is a reflection of my soul, each knot and loop is a part of myself. In this world of magic I find my inspiration and solace. My hobby of knitting is a magical process where a few skeins of yarn are transformed into something special. It is a meditative activity that allows me to immerse myself in a world of creativity, where I can take a break from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and enjoy the silence, broken only by the rhythmic whispering of the needles. Knitting bags and backpacks for me is an opportunity to realize my brightest fantasies. It is a play of colors and shapes, where each stitch carries a part of my inner world. Embroidery on bags is like a kiss of the muse, giving the products a soul and character. By creating miniature toys to decorate bags, I breathe life into them, making each piece a bearer of a special story. Applications in embroidery help me to reveal the full range of my skill and fine taste. And each such detail makes a bag or backpack a unique work of art that can tell more about its creator than words can. With the development of technology, new possibilities for creativity have emerged. Artificial intelligence opens the door to a world where knitwear can become even more unique and personalized. Using AI-driven programs and applications, it is possible to create unique patterns and combinations that previously seemed impossible. I can suggest options for color combinations, ornaments, and even assist in modeling three-dimensional elements, making each piece truly authored. AI is able to analyze current trends in design and offer options that are relevant now, adjusting to individual preferences and style. This allows me not only to follow fashion, but also to add my own twist to it, creating things that will please the eye and soul. Thanks to artificial intelligence, I can experiment with shapes and sizes, easily realizing the most daring ideas. This fascinating combination of ancient knitting techniques with advanced technologies makes my creative process an endless flight of fancy and the opening of new horizons in the art of creating unique bags and backpacks.